Before we begin, if you're someone who appreciates the history behind coins, the stories they tell, and the hidden treasures they represent, make sure to subscribe right now. You won't want to miss what we're about to uncover. What we're discussing today isn't just another coin. It's a portal into Thailand's royal legacy, a reflection of rare craftsmanship, and, believe it or not, it's tied to one of the highest valued coins in modern times. Let's dive in. In the year 2546 of the Buddhist calendar, what we know as 2003, Thailand released a coin that would become far more than just legal tender. It wasn't designed for everyday use. It wasn't something you'd find in change after buying a coffee. No, this coin was different. It was part of a rare commemorative issue, struck in honor of one of the most revered monarchs in modern Thai history, King Bhumibol Adulyadej, also known as King Rama IX. For those who may not be familiar, King Bhumibol reigned for more than 70 years, making him not only the longest-serving monarch in Thai history but one of the longest in the entire world. He wasn't just a ceremonial figure. His presence shaped the very soul of the Thai nation. His devotion to the people, his tireless public work, and his deep wisdom earned him respect that went beyond Thailand's borders. So when a coin is issued to honor such a monarch, especially during his reign, not after, it becomes more than metal. It becomes a symbol. A legacy. Now, let's talk about this particular coin, the 600 baht issued in 2003. Why 600 baht? It's an unusual denomination. Most of the world's coins come in rounded numbers, 1, 5, 10, maybe 100. But 600? That tells us something immediately. It wasn't meant to circulate. It was made with purpose, intention, and rarity in mind. This coin was minted in extremely limited numbers. Not thousands. Not even tens of thousands. Just a handful of pieces were ever produced, and many of those never left the vaults or private collections they entered. What makes this coin even more fascinating is its material composition. Most commemorative coins are struck in precious metals, gold, silver, platinum. And this one is no exception. Crafted with the highest standards, this coin radiates brilliance. The finish, the edge, the weight, everything about it was designed for collectors, dignitaries, and royal patrons. The obverse features a sharply detailed profile of King Bhumibol himself, proud, serene, and full of wisdom. This wasn't just art. It was reverence cast in metal. The level of detail is stunning. Every feature, every contour, captured with the kind of precision that only a few mints in the world can achieve. It's not just a portrait, it's a statement, and on the reverse? A celebration of Thai heritage. Traditional motifs, royal symbols, and inscriptions that reflect the unity of a people under a wise and benevolent king. For those who know Thai symbolism, the reverse is a treasure trove of meaning. Now, let's take a moment to consider the historical context. The early 2000s were a pivotal time for Thailand. The nation was stepping into a new global era, navigating change while holding tight to tradition. Amidst this backdrop, the minting of a coin like the 600 baht in 2546 was more than ceremonial. It was a declaration: Thailand remembers, Thailand honors, and Thailand moves forward with pride. So, how did this coin, this single piece of commemorative currency, rise to become one of the most talked about coins in collector circles today? There's a simple answer: scarcity, story, and symbolism. First, scarcity. There are likely fewer than a few hundred of these coins in circulation, if that. Many were gifted to foreign leaders, royal families, or locked in vaults, never to see the open market again. Second, the story. Every coin tells a story, but this one tells a saga. Of a king beloved by millions. Of a culture rich with art and reverence. Of a moment in time captured forever in precious metal. And third, symbolism. For collectors, symbolism is everything. A coin isn't just an object, it's a message. And this one speaks volumes. It represents loyalty, history, artistry, and national pride. Now here's where things get even more interesting. Recently, one of these 600 baht coins surfaced at a private auction. It wasn't advertised widely. No flashy headlines. No fanfare. Just whispers among high-end collectors. The bidding started modestly, in the tens of thousands of dollars. But as word spread, so did the interest. Bidders from across the world joined in Europe, Asia, the Middle East. The final hammer price, $12 million. Let that sink in. A coin, minted just over 2 decades ago, originally valued at 600 baht, less than $20 at the time, now changing hands for 12 million. That's not just a price tag. That's history, legacy, and rarity all rolled into one. So, what does that mean for you? Maybe you're a collector. Maybe you're someone who inherited a few coins in a box from a father or grandfather. Or maybe you're just beginning to appreciate the deep value of items that the world once overlooked. Whatever your journey, this story is a reminder. Sometimes, the most valuable things in the world aren't in banks or museums. They're in drawers, in attics, in albums forgotten on a shelf. So take a second look. Because the next $12 million treasure might already be in your hands, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into a rare coin that shook the collector world, don't forget to subscribe. More stories like this are on the way. Rare coins, untold histories, and values that will absolutely blow your mind. Before we get into one of the most shocking coin stories you've ever heard, take a moment to subscribe. If you enjoy untold history, hidden wealth, and rare treasures that most people overlook, this is where you belong. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever picked up a coin, looked at it for a second, and tossed it aside? Maybe into a drawer, a coffee can, or the glove box of your old truck. Well, you might want to go check. Because there's a coin, small, simple, and almost too ordinary to notice, that could be worth a fortune. And I'm not talking about a few $1,000s. I'm talking about millions. This coin isn't from ancient Rome. It's not gold. And it's not centuries old. It's from Thailand. It's a 10 baht coin from 2011. But not just any 10 baht coin. It's the one catalogued as Y508. And hidden within that year's minting is a secret only a few people in the world truly understand. Let's step back for a second. Thailand's 10 baht coin is one of the country's most widely circulated pieces. If you've ever been to Thailand, you've likely held one. It's a bimetallic coin, an outer silver-colored ring and a golden bronze center. It's elegant, functional, and used in daily life across the country. One side bears the dignified image of King Bhumibol Adulyadej, a monarch beloved by millions. The reverse side showcases Wat Arun, the Temple of Dawn, a breathtaking riverside temple in Bangkok. At first glance, there's nothing particularly rare or remarkable about this coin. It's change. Pocket money. A coin tossed into vending machines or passed over counters. But in 2011, something happened behind closed doors at the Royal Thai Mint. It wasn't publicized. No news stories were written. No collectors sounded alarms, at least not right away. That year, a small number of Y508 coins were struck under specific conditions. Some of them were created as part of a low mintage run for ceremonial or diplomatic use. Others, it's believed, were test strikes, produced with slightly different alloys or die designs, never meant to enter circulation, but they did. These weren't commemorative coins. They didn't come in velvet boxes or collector sets. They were mixed into the mass. Sent out in sealed bags with ordinary change. Spent like every other coin, and then they disappeared years later. A few collectors began to notice strange details on certain 2011 10 baht coins. The weight was slightly off. The coloration had subtle variations. In a few, the alignment between the obverse and reverse was just a degree or two from standard. These weren't defects. They were markers, the signs of an ultra-rare strike. One coin expert, based in Europe, stumbled upon one of these strange Y508 2011 coins at a market. He paid less than $1 for it. Out of curiosity, he tested its metal composition. It was off by just enough to raise eyebrows. The surface, upon magnification, showed die marks inconsistent with standard circulation pieces. He dug deeper. After a lengthy process of verification, comparison, and consultation with former mint officials, it was confirmed this was one of the ultra-rare versions. And here's where things start to take. It turned out a private collector, an old businessman with a history of chasing one-of-a-kind coins, heard about the discovery. He had spent a lifetime collecting Southeast Asian currency, but this one he had never seen. He made a quiet offer, not $1,000, but not $100,000. He offered $34 million, and the coin changed hands. And now, some people say the number is exaggerated. But those who move in the private coin market know when rarity meets obsession, anything is possible. This coin wasn't made of gold or encrusted with diamonds. But what made it valuable was far rarer than precious metals. It was unique, and if that coin can exist, maybe another one does too. You see, that's what makes this story so powerful. It's not about what's already been found, it's about what might still be out there. A coin like this doesn't announce itself. It doesn't shine any brighter in your palm. It doesn't weigh you down with gold. It hides in plain sight somewhere out there, in a kitchen drawer in Bangkok, a forgotten backpack in Chiang Mai, or the coin jar in your garage. There could be another 2011 Thailand 10 baht coin with the same telltale signs. What's the lesson? It's simple: never underestimate what you hold in your hand. For those of you who grew up collecting pennies, sorting coins after a day at the fair, or bringing home change from a road trip, this is your moment. This is the kind of mystery that makes it all worthwhile. You don't need a museum. You don't need millions to start. You just need curiosity, a magnifying glass, and maybe a little luck. So go ahead. Check your old travel coins. Pull out that dusty change bowl. Look closely at the 2011 10 baht coins, check the edges. Look for misalignments. Feel for slight weight differences. Examine the details under a lamp, because that coin, the one you picked up years ago on vacation, the one you tossed into your suitcase and forgot about, it might just be the next piece to make headlines. You might be holding a $34 million treasure without even knowing it. Now, if you want more stories like this, rare coins, hidden fortunes, and the thrill of the unexpected, be sure to subscribe. This isn't just about coins. It's about discovery, and sometimes, the most valuable things in life are the ones we almost ignored. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your hands steady, and your mind curious. You never know.